this guy was walking his dog and started interacting with us. And kind of when he asked what we were doing and we explained, sort of the initial thing that he picked up on was that we opposed the war. So he started talking about the reasons that he opposed the war, trying to find common ground, and sort of the reason that he had for opposing it was because he thought that, or he said that the only people dumber than black people are Arab people, and that we should close the borders and just let them kill each other off. And we've had a decent amount of experiences and interactions like that, just with struggling with how to relate and to communicate with people with crusade statements like that, and with very kind of closed, definitive mindsets. We were able to have kind of a further conversation with him and really start explaining to him that while we would never endorse or support somebody blowing themselves up, that people who do that aren't like totally insane, but that they have reason and motivation for it too. While we are biking and have walked a lot, yesterday we biked 100 miles, it's really not about kind of the physical aspect of it. It's about trying to break down these barriers, and that's something that took a long time for both of us to break down these barriers within ourselves. And I think the reason that we're able to relate so well and have conversation and communication with people like the gentleman that we interacted with the other day was because we both had very similar mindsets, and I used to be a very judgmental person and would say that would just kind of judge entire people groups like this guy had done, and that's a lot of why I joined the military, is because I judged an entire people group, and I said that they were a threat to my happiness and my way of life and my family's and my country's safety and security, and bought into the whole idea that it's right and it's justified to have war, to go and kill people before they come to my country and kill me. Studying about people in the Middle East and why it was right for me to, and this is studying it in a religious school, and taking religious ideas and a religious guy who's I grew up Christian and kind of the center of that faith, this guy who said to love people unconditionally and not to kill and not to hate, how I was taking that figure and abusing it to justify hating and judging and killing other people. That idea continued with me from high school into the basic training and after we got deployed, and it was kind of a long process to break from that mindset. We'd be searching through people's houses, and that alone, I think, I would be upset about if another country was able to come in and rip through my house, but other people would think it was funny to not only do that, but some people would like take kids' dolls and rip the head off and think it was a joke to hand it back to the kid. And it's like, well, what if somebody did that to my little sister? So through kind of these simple things, it doesn't even have to be this big, horrible thing. Not to say that stuff doesn't go on, but to say that you shouldn't need an Abu Ghraib or unjustified killing to recognize this. And when I started seeing through kind of these smaller actions that, hey, the stuff that I'm contributing towards, I understand why people don't like me, and started realizing that a lot of the people that I said were my enemy had probably a very similar mindset to me. I guess the point of it is to hopefully say that just like terror kind of swept the country and was able to spread, and fear and paranoia sort of gripped a lot of people, that hopefully by taking things one step at a time, by starting with ourselves and looking around to see how we can positively change things, and love can be just as powerful of a force as fear and terror can.
Practicing simple steps proactively, such as understanding, non-judgment, and love can just begin to solve all the problems that we are encountering in our society and our world today.